Hello, Mrs. Talkington here. This week in my class we're learning about autumn, so I've decided to draw a squirrel. Are you ready? We're going to start with his eyes because this squirrel has been searching for acorns, so we're going to start with his big eyes at the top. So 2 large ovals, leave a little bit of space in between them, and then we're going to draw 2 circles at the top. We're going to colour them in black, and like we always do, we're going to leave a little bit of white. So you could draw a little one and then draw around the outside. Draw a little circle and then draw the black around the outside. There we go. Now we're ready for his nose. He's got a big, large black nose. It's like a upside down triangle, so the point is at the bottom. So we're going to draw a line underneath his nose, and we're going to just do curves on the edge of the triangles just to soften it a bit. And then we're going to draw a line down, and then 2 diagonal lines coming out the bottom. And then from there we know where his mouth is and where his cheeks are. So we're going to draw a little curve, join together, that's his mouth. We're going to draw a curve on this side and a curve on that side. So we're going to join from this side to there and exactly the same on the other side. Okay, put some dots on because that's where his whiskers are going to go. Put as many as you like on. Right, we'll do those at the end. Let's go back and colour his nose in now. So we're going to draw an oval at the top because that's the bit that's going to be white, and we're going to colour it in. So up and down like we always do. Keep the lines in the same direction and careful not to go over the edge. There we go, and the same for his mouth. Let's colour that in black. Right, that's the start of his face. So now we need to join it all up together. So we're going to draw a bridge shape to join over his head. So we're going to start in the middle of this eye, up to slight diagonal, over the top, and then down. And then for his cheeks, for the side of his face, we're going to go out and then round. So it's going to be a curved line. One that side, and one that side. And that's the cheeks where he keeps all his acorns while he's chewing them. Now he's got pointy tufty ears, so we're going to do 2 tall arches on each side, and then we're going to do a diagonal line going backwards and then a curve on that side, and then the same the other side, so go down and curve, and then on the top we're just going to put a few little tufts of fur. There he is. So that's his ears. Now we're ready for his body now. He's got a big chubby body. He's storing all those acorns up ready for his hibernation. So we're going to draw the same shape as his face but much bigger because he's going to have his tummy and arms on. So I'm thinking the bottom line will probably be about here. So we're going to go out from here, round in a curve, and then start exactly the same place. There we go. And then we can draw his arms in, and then we can draw an acorn. He's holding an acorn. I think I'm going to start with the acorn first because his hands go over the top. So I'm going to draw a curve for the top of the acorn and then go back under like the top of a telephone, and then I'm going to draw the stalk on the top, and then I'm going to stop because I'm going to draw his arms in, and then we're going to draw the bottom of the acorn. We know his arms are. So 2 curves down that side, and 2 curves that side, and his little fingers. These are just straight lines on the squirrel. Now we know where the acorn is, so we can draw the bits behind and the curve to join it up. And there's always a little dot on the bottom. And I put lots of dots on the top of the acorn because it's a bit bumpy on top of an acorn. There we go, that's your acorn. Put a couple of lines on. Right, so we're ready for his tummy. So there's a white tummy underneath, so we can draw another line around here, and then we're ready for his little feet. So it looks like he's got little boots on. So I'm going to draw what looks like a little boot on that side, then down around for a little boot on that side, and then his long sharp claws that help him climb the trees on the front. There we go. They match his hands. Now let's go back up and do his whiskers now. So you have to pull your pen over. So you don't have to start on a dot. Try and Make them slightly curvy so they're bending over. Right, and we're ready for his big bushy tail. So it's a curved line up here and then down the other side. So I'm going to start here at the side. I'm going to curve out that way. And when I get to the top, I'm going to go back round again. Make sure it's nice and bushy. And then make it nice and thin going in. And to show that it's really fluffy and furry, I'm going to draw some fur lines going down. I'm going to do them diagonal going down here, and then the same the other side. And then down the middle I'm going to do like a not really a zigzag, one that way, one that way, one diagonal that way, one diagonal that way, all the way down his tail. There we go. So, and then if you think there's some few spaces, you can just put a few in that you want. There we go. Now there's your squirrel. Now we're ready to colour him in. Now you might want to draw more acorns on the floor, maybe some leaves or a tree like we've done the week before. Let's start our colouring. Now I've chosen, it's not orange, it's called terracotta. It's like a browny orange. If you've got an orange colouring pencil, that would be good for a squirrel. Or if you've got a nice brown like this one, this would be good for a squirrel too. So remember those up and down lines all of the time. Don't do the bit in the middle because that's white under his tummy. So just make sure your lines go up and down in the same direction. Now remember, you can go over those black lines because they'll show through. Careful around here. Now go back up to his arm, finish that off in his hands. Behind the acorn. And then we'll do his feet. The other one. And I'm going to go back up to his face now. I'm going to colour around his eyes. So I'm going to start right at the top. Go between his eyes. Go back and fill those little gaps in. And then up and down in his cheeks. And then go up to his ears. And then we're ready for his tail. Just have a little quick check, see if in case you've missed anything out. So his tail, we're going to go up and down. We can do much bigger strokes here because we've got more space. And the bigger strokes you do, the less join lines you get, so the less overlapping, like the bit here where you have to go back over and blend it a bit so people can't see where your pencil finished. Right, and then do some long ones here. There we go. There's our squirrel. Let's colour in his acorn. I've found a light brown colour to colour his acorn. Up and down. There he is. So it's the middle of autumn and our little squirrel's collecting his acorns, ready to hide away for the winter when there's no acorns left on the tree and he can go and dig them all up. Well, I hope you enjoyed drawing that little squirrel, and I'll see you all again next week. Bye bye for now.